It's time for good energy, and I'm Dr. Julie, and welcome to Bodyful Day 243. We are talking about cold extremities and the senses. This is day 6 of our series, and we are talking about the kinesthetic sense. We are going to talk about how movement in the body can be both a stressor and good energy, and when we're looking for how to increase the blood flow or decrease your cold extremities. Let's go ahead and start with the basics. Let's take a deep breath in and release. Deep breath in, expand in the belly, expand in the chest, expand in the sinuses, and release. And we're talking about movement and cold extremities. And so I want you to think about a time when moving didn't necessarily increase the temperature of your hands and feet. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and release. All right, so this is day 6 of movement, or of cold extremities and the senses, and our goal is to use the healing equation to figure out how to have enough energy to increase the heat in your extremities or decrease your cold extremities. Remember that is equal to good energy and minus stressors, and we're going to think about how these components, stressors and good energy, and are related to kinesthetic sense. Remember, kinesthetic sense is the sense of motion and stretch in your joints and in your muscles. So at the very beginning of this, I talked about the fact that sometimes our response to movement, our response to stress, is to either fight or flight, which means you got to put up or move, or to freeze or fawn. And in fight or flight, we have to get the blood to our hands and feet. So when we when we fight or flight, those of us who use that as our primary source of dealing with stress have usually very little issue with cold hands and feet. We just stress, boom, we just nail it, and our hands and feet are totally nice and warm and ready to go. We are warmed up. In contrast, those of us who are freeze type of people, the act of running, we are running away from the tiger, causes a freeze response in our system. Even though we're running for exercise, it's okay, we're going. But still the body's like, yes, but this is an escape route. And so you are escaping. Because you're escaping, we're going to suck all the blood inside your core, and that's what we're going to do. And so for many of us who have cold extremities, it takes us a while into exercise, into physical movement, for the hands and feet to start warming up again. And usually it requires the body temperature to get above a particular level so that it starts pushing that blood out to the extremities. So how do we kind of negotiate this balance between running or walking or moving or doing exercise as a stress response, causing everything to go inside of us, versus good energy in? Because normally exercise is a way to push everything out. And even if we think about it from a very lymphatic view, we want to push the lymph around the system because it's going to help cleanse the body, and cleansing should be stress reducing. So for those of us who are prone to cold hands and feet, maybe going out for a run on a cold winter's day is probably not our best form of exercise. But hot yoga or doing exercise in warmer environments is actually the thing for us to do, because the heat is warming and secure, and then we feel better. Now, another way to tap into this kinesthetic sense is to exercise with clothing that is just a little bit tighter, just a little bit more binding, because in binding your body, So remember, we talked about this way back when we talked about exercise, in the senses that there is gear, there are exercise clothes that are designed to kind of follow the muscle system and swirl the muscle system up and down. Those might be the things that you're looking for. You're looking for exercise gear that is a little bit more binding and a little bit more tightening, so that you feel safe when you are starting out and about. So, and safety isn't necessarily, like, not safe, but your body feels more held. And in feeling held, you don't go out and exercise in a more of a sympathetic state. You go out exercise in a parasympathetic state, a chill state. I am exercising because I'm comfy rather than running from a tiger. So you've got a couple of ways to induce good energy in to a state that could automatically be stressful. So stressing your body causes the blood to go in, but if you stress your body in hot yoga or in really nice, calm, stretching manners, the kinesthetic system says, hey, this isn't so bad. Or if you want to exercise in snugger fitting clothing, so the kinesthetic system goes, hey, I'm held, I'm feeling great. Let's just, that's a nice snug feeling around me, so I'm just going to perform well because I can get blood flow all the way through. Whether or not it actually says that to itself, that's another thing. But that is a thought. All right, so those are my thoughts on stress versus good energy in with the kinesthetic system when we are working with cold extremities. We have one more day left, and as you know, it is my favorite day because it is the vestibular day, and you will be surprised. I may or may not pull out the spinny chair. All right, have a great day. Let's finish this off. Take a deep breath in and release. All right, see you here tomorrow. Bye.